The pilot of this helicopter, well, by the way, it's German-built BO-105. The pilot of this helicopter used to live here. His dad used to work, he was a retired Air Force colonel, and he used to live right across the street here on base, which was the beginning of NASA. The original 7 Mercury astronauts were here. I want you to look and welcome a gentleman with 17,500 flight hours. His name is Chuck Aaron. And let's see if we can go live to the cockpit and say hello to Chuck. Hey, Chuck, are you with us, buddy? Hello, Chuck, can you hear me? Yeah, this is a unique helicopter. It's a BO-105. It's got a rigid rotor head, and it's the only one that can do this maneuver right here. Holy cow! Igor Sikorsky never envisioned this. Just to make a helicopter do that is one of the most incredible feats in the world. This time we'll do a half Cuban 8. Watch him over the top, roll a half a roll, 5/8 of a loop and a half a roll, that's a 1/2 Cuban 8. I'll do a loop here. A loop. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Chuck Aaron. Rotating around, that's called a pedal turn. Look at that, absolute mini loop. There's a half Cuban 8. He reverses once again. Chuck is the first Federal Aviation Administration certified helicopter aerobatic pilot. The first one. There are now 3 others, and they're all part of the Red Bull Aviation program. Wow. Doesn't get much better than what we're seeing here today. We've seen airplanes do what no other airplane can do, and helicopters do what no other helicopter is doing. Watch him, a beautiful roll. The rigid rotor system is part of what makes this workable. The amount of physics that have to be counteracted to make a helicopter fly are almost uncountable. It is such an amazing, amazing bit of engineering to make a helicopter fly, but to make it do what we're seeing the Red Bull BO-105 helicopter do today is absolutely amazing. I gotta tell you, Chuck, these people are standing around with their jaws hanging open. Yeah, so is my jaw right now. You getting into some G's, huh? Oh, we did a little bit of it. It's kind of fun. Is it nice to be home again? Yeah, it is. It sure is. It's pretty cool out here. I remember how Langley when I was a kid. I used to be out here. Chuck, what was it that got you interested in flying helicopters? My dad. My dad was 30 years in the Air Force as a pilot. He got me into it. Was he a fixed wing or was he a swing? Was he a rotary wing pilot? He was fixed wing. I actually gave my dad his plane instructor gave him his helicopter license myself. Wow, that's awesome. All right, a little pedal turn here. You're gonna get that tail rotor going. Right on. We'll do one more chuck from out here. hope you'll give this guy a great round of applause. I don't quite know what to say because this is the first time I've seen a helicopter do all this stuff. It is absolutely awesome. Chuck, you are amazing, my friend. Well, thank you. One of the most humble aerobatic pilots I think I've ever met in my life. Brought to you by Red Bull Energy Drink. In front of the crowd? No, come back around the lamp. Roger that. One more pass in front of the crowd. And then Chuck will bring it back into land, and in a moment we'll be turning things over to the United States Air Force Thunderbirds. That's the Red Bull BO105. Believe it or not, when you see all these aerobatics, but there is another version of this. I think it's a BO109. It's a little bit larger. That is actually used as one of the primary hospital or rapid response helicopters for that hospitals run around the country, and performs mercy missions. And that was the original intent of Igor Sikorsky, the father of the modern helicopter. Up on Long Island back in the 1930s, late 1930s, he figured out how to make a rotary winged aircraft fly, and it was his desire to turn it into a life-saving aerial vehicle. And today you're seeing the incredible capability brought to you by Red Bull. One more round of applause for Chuck Aaron. All the other single ship demonstration teams, and some videos that will astound you with that have been put together by some of the greatest aviation videographers there are, including Ed Shipley, who is a great producer and director who spends a lot of his time in Hollywood, as well as flying the Heritage flight in the F-86 Sabre jet and the P-51 Mustang.